yet, but part of me wants to. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's
Okay.
cool.
All right, great, great. I will send it to you today. I
Okay,
promise. Yeah,
no worries.
I have to. Okay, great. Hi, welcome. And so here we are. It is uh we'll call it March 30th. No, let's call it April 1st. April
I
1st.
know it's
Hi.
April Fool's Day of all days.
Wow.
I
Okay.
know, I know.
So what would you like to I mean, I have lots of questions for you, but before I
Oh,
start plying you with questions,
okay.
did anything happen between the last time you and I spoke that you'd like to fill me in on?
Well, I mean, I've tried out a few recipes and I'm still in the process of trying to try a few more different things. I still don't really know that I have any kind of specific niche that I want to like focus on as of yet, but I mean there's like I said there's other things that I want to try. And one of my goals for at least this week is to um talk to a couple of the friends, well, maybe two or three of the friends that had, responded positively with, you know, saying that they were happy to like, take some stuff and possibly try to set up a time that I can, bring them some stuff. Cause obviously it has to be planned because I want them to have something that's fresh, not obviously made, like a week and say like, hey, when can you, that kind of thing. It's not something that obviously you can just, stockpile or anything like
Right.
that.
Right.
So, I mean, I do want to try and get that set up. Now, I don't know if they'll be available this week, but it may be next week, but at least start to try and, get something out there in some way, shape, or form. And then I don't remember whether I had told you this or not, but one of my friends who had responded to that slew of emails that I did the last time we were together, she said she's kind of in the same boat as me. She's like, "Well, as for the sample things, I probably don't need that right now because I'm like a little overweight." Well, I can relate to that. My scale doesn't seem to want to change no matter what I do these days, but
Mm.
I'm trying to work on it. But she did say that she's actually trying to do some amateur photography. So maybe trying to connect with her, trying to make some sort of like flyer or something to post like on Instagram or this kind of thing or whatnot, or, just to get something. I mean, she said, so at least we could kind of give each other some sort of like help one way or another. Like I could say, these are my photos by so and so, and she can say, this is my friend's, so that we can mutually hopefully benefit from the situation possibly. So yeah,
I
so
love
that's one
it.
of my goals for this week, hopefully. So
That's fantastic. Oh my gosh. So tell me, what kind of feedback did you get from that slew of texts that you
oh
sent
my
out?
gosh, yeah, I got a whole bunch of texts. I think almost everyone that I texted me back. I think there was only one friend maybe that didn't. And I mean, she works full time and it seems to be on the go and she has a lot of other stuff going on. So, but she did say happy Easter yesterday, so hopefully I can touch base with her one of these days. But pretty much everyone was pretty positive. There was like one or two people that were like, I probably don't have the samples, but if I hear of anybody that would like some baked goods, I'd be really happy to refer you, that kind of thing. But like my friends Rebecca, Denise, and feel like there was another one that had said that they would definitely, take the samples and, encourage, share with friends, family, coworkers, whatnot. And then my friend Eden, the one that I said was doing the whole amateur photography thing, we said that we could maybe help each other. But she also said that, if her husband, who actually works for the Orange County DA's office, if he needs anything for work, she'd be happy to like, So, I mean, it's, getting some feedback was good. So now it's just, taking it to the next level and, putting stuff out there and either getting feedback or hopefully, word of mouth starting to like trickle down, trickle out, whatever you want to call it type of thing. So, yeah.
Congratulations, Debbie.
We'll see. I mean, I feel like I'm still kind of in that cloudy zone where I don't really know what's happening, what to do, where
Yeah,
I'm going, that kind
yeah,
of thing. And
yeah,
I think that's the hardest part is not really having a seriously clear direction because I'm not like somebody that has like a main focus as of right now. I mean, obviously, I know I love baking and I like to do this and I like to do that. And I love that it puts smiles on people's faces. But at the same time, I don't really know if I have a specialty as of yet, type of thing. So that's kind of like I think part of my hesitation in moving forward too fast. But at the same time, if I don't move at all, nothing will happen. So, it's a very confusing period.
yeah. I can understand that. I can
Mhm.
totally understand why it would feel confusing because
Yeah.
you're moving forward. So here's what I'm hearing you say. You're moving forward, but you don't have the clarity yet. You don't
Yeah.
know what, and that the hardest part is that you still feel cloudy without decision.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
My thought is if we're taking one step and then we take the next step. So now, and then we take the next step. We know what your next step is.
Mm-hmm.
We know your next step is getting back to Rebecca and Denise.
Mm-hmm.
We know your next step is getting back to Eden.
Yeah.
That's your next step.
Yeah.
Does that feel clear? Like, do you see?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Denise already told me what they like, so I already know what I'm making for them. Rebecca, she loves everything I make, so she's not picky. So that makes it even harder because she just loves everything. So I mean, I'll just make a bunch of different stuff. And then so yeah, so I mean, I feel clear on a next step. I guess I'm one of those people who likes to have kind of like a little bit more of a plan. Doesn't have to be definitive, but I like to at least be able to see a couple of steps ahead of me. So it's just very, like I said, cloudy. It just feels very cloudy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear that. And I was thinking that this is kind of more like an exercise as opposed to now you're opening up Debbie's
Right.
kitchen, right?
Right.
Debbie's
Right.
kitchen is what you're going to be doing until you retire. Like, I'm not
Right.
saying like we're doing now, I'm saying my approach again is that the last 4 years, you have been focusing on other people. The last 4 years, you have not been in the workforce. The last 4 years.
Right.
So let's move forward doing something we know that you like,
Yeah.
just to get back into the experience
Mm-hmm.
of producing.
Right.
The end.
Yeah.
Because um I want to help. My thought is, and you tell me how this resonates with you because
Mhm.
you I'm not you. I'm not in your shoes. My thought is I would like for you to get those like muscles back moving again of like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a deadline. Oh, I'm going to create
Right.
this. Oh, I'm going to deliver this.
Right.
And then it might be clearer about like, oh, I might be able to re-enter the workforce doing this. Or I mean, like, so my thought was that what we're doing is kind of we're like lubricating your gears right now.
Okay.
Like oil can.
I'm the Tin
Yeah.
Man.
A little bit, yeah, yeah. After 4 years, of course, your joints are gonna be a little rusty. That's
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
So, um, uh, so that's where I'm coming from, and I understand you're like, yeah, but no, I want to plan. I feel good when I know what my plan is. I wanna like and I get that, and um, and maybe we'll address that. Like maybe we could start to make more of a plan that might help you feel a little more secure. And at the same time, what you're doing now is actually moving forward in a way that actually feeds your soul. And
Yeah.
that's a different skill set. right?
Right. Right.
So, so like figuring out the plan, that's your massive brain, right? Because you're
Mm-hmm.
clearly very capable and you're very competent. So you're, so the tools of like, I'm going to figure this out too. I'm going to figure out my future.
Mm-hmm.
I know that that's the default.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, my thought is your purpose is actually connected to your heart, which is connected to your soul. And
Right.
so, and that your heart and your soul, they speak the language of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're guided through how things feel, then that's your internal wisdom guiding you.
Right.
So,
Right.
so tell, can you pull up some of the text responses you got?
Oh,
Can you read
I
them
think
to me?
I had read a few because they came so fast and furious when we were still on the
A couple of them did. A couple of them did, but I didn't.
um
Yeah, I don't think I heard.
um
Oh, and I don't know if it's even easy for you to actually find them. Like,
um I probably can. Let me see here. Um
and I can tell you, I can remind you the names of the people you sent them to.
okay, so Denise,
Mm-hmm.
she was I think one of the first ones. She had
Yeah.
said, that sounds great when I had sent the whole thing about consider me to supply your baked goods, blah blah blah. She said that sounds great. And I said, cool, let me know if there's a good time to come by and if there's anything special you would like. She says, all right, that sounds good. Surprise me or give me some ideas. So I said I could do all kinds of cookies, bars, cupcakes, flavored homemade marshmallows, cream puffs, although those would need to be refrigerated, etc. Just to give a few ideas. If you have any favorite flavors or desserts, let me know. She says, I like chocolate chip cookies. Ryan's favorite cake is red velvet and lemon bars. I said, do you like nuts in your cookies or no? She's like, no nuts, please. Don't like them in my food. So that was Denise.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
see. Karen, she said, congratulations. That sounds like a very exciting step. I know you can bake, so no need to drop samples off to me, but if I ever hear of anyone needing baked goods for an event, I will certainly think of you. All the best of luck.
Mm.
Alan. Oh, oh, Alan said if I did gatherings, I'd be totally in, but I will definitely keep you in mind. And then we touched base about how things were going because I hadn't talked to him in a long time. Um, Rebecca, she's so cute. She says, yes, I'm interested. I can, oh no, wait. Yeah, she said, I can stop by or meet you halfway. How soon? Because I'd like to take you to, oh, she was, we were going to go to
Yeah.
lunch for my birthday. And that was like
Yeah.
a couple months ago. She said, I told you that it was all good enough to start your business, delicious treats. And so,
Okay, wait. I told you you were good enough to buy. Say that
yeah,
again.
she says, I told you that it was all good enough to start your business. Delicious treats. And then we were just kind of talking back and forth about trying to schedule some time to get together and whatnot. And that's how that one was left.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, here's Eden's. She She says, that's amazing, Debs. I'm probably not the best fit for sampling, but my cousin, oh, I didn't think of this one. I forgot she said this. But my cousin in Anaheim Hills does a lot of work with different charities. She's a board member for a foundation, and I'll see her at Easter. I'll bring it up to her, and maybe you could provide something for a small meeting. Also, I'm learning photography, and although I haven't done any work with food, nor am I a professional, I'd be happy to take some pictures of some of the stuff you're doing. Then she says, also, if Mark goes back to the courthouse in Fullerton, he could probably leave some treats out with your business card, although I don't have one yet. He isn't there that often though, and doesn't currently have any plans to be there anytime soon.
Okay.
So, I said we should get together, definitely. And I said, I don't have a business card as of yet. I probably should maybe figure that one out eventually. So, that was that one. I feel like I'm forgetting one. Uh,
Let's see. Denise, Dana, Karen. Did we
I
do that
did
one?
Karen. I
Eden,
think it was
Rebecca.
Dana was
Oh,
the one that
D
didn't really respond.
Desiree?
Oh. Uh, I don't, maybe I didn't send it to her.
Oh, okay.
I don't see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
All right.
think those are the majority from what I can tell.
Perfect.
Because
So,
like, yeah, because Dana was the one that didn't get back to me, but
okay.
I happy Easter from her yesterday. So
Okay. Totally fine. This is great. First, that's a great response.
yeah,
So, how does it feel to get like a 90% response rate?
it was feeling good. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Good. So I'm just putting them all together. I'm going to read back to you when we put them all together what the
Hmm.
response has been.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Sounds great. I like chocolate chips, no nuts. Congratulations. That sounds very like a very exciting step. Best of luck. I would be totally in. How soon? I told you it was all good enough to start your business. Delicious treat. That's amazing, Deb. Deb. Um, and let's collaborate. So when you hear all of that together, are there any discoveries? Anything? How does it feel
I
to
mean, it's
oh,
it's it's nice to hear, obviously people believing in me and seeing that I do have skill or ability to do what I would like to do. Um what was I gonna say? So it's like I said, it's nice and it's still kind of like and I know that a few of them have committed to doing that, but now it's like taking it to that next step and actually, taking stuff and seeing what happens. That's another slightly scary step. The first scary step was reaching out and asking for support. So at least that step's done. So that's one scary step. I feel like each scary step is a little bit further out of bounds, and with each step, it gets that much more scary slash real kind of like.
yes. So let's step back. And before we
Okay.
go to the next scary step,
Okay.
we're not ready for the next scary step yet. I'm not. I want to celebrate that you did this scary step.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I heard you say that it's nice to hear that people believe in me and
Yeah.
see that I have the skill or the ability to do what I would like to do.
Yeah.
Let's take a second to actually live here because
Yeah.
this is really important.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, when I hear it all together, it's
Yeah.
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So, now I want to get even more precise than nice. Like it
Okay.
feels good or nice. So, people are believing in you. How does that feel? What adjectives would you use to describe how it feels that people are writing, like in writing, believing in you? How does that feel?
I'm trying to think of the right word. Maybe heartwarming.
Mm, great,
Yeah.
great. And how does it feel to be seen, to have with, sorry, so I'm trying to translate what you said. Seeing that you have the skill or ability to do what it is you want to do. How does it feel to be seen in that?
I mean, partly surprising only because I feel like out in the workforce, it's just you don't get anything, especially when nobody's seen what you're possibly capable of type of thing. So it's a little bit surprising just because I feel like out in the workforce there's just so much like negative energy and
Yes.
unless you have like a ton of experience or you're just like the best at what you do. You don't really get even a look over or a call back or anything like that. So
And how does that feel?
that feels crappy.
Crappy in what way? Let's get a little more specific. Yeah.
Okay.
What
It
adjectives would you use?
feels, it feels, it feels, what's the right term? It just feels not degrading, but
Oh, that's a good
it
word.
it is. I mean, I feel more like if you're out naked when you think degrading, but I
Oh,
feel
okay.
more like it's just uh when it puts like your self-esteem down. It feels,
Mhm.
I can't think of the right adjective.
Here's
It
what
just,
comes to mind for me, and you tell me if this is what you were thinking. I was hearing demoralizing
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you were surprised. You were surprised. And then how
Right.
did it feel to have people see you? How does that feel?
It feels enlightening a little bit. You know, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that little bit of a spark could actually get a little bit bigger
Yeah.
because there are people that see the little bit of light in you. And
Yeah.
so that's possible that it can grow rather than be
Yeah.
extinguished by all the negative out there. So
Yeah. You know what it also sounds like to me? It sounds really validating.
yeah, that's a good word for it. Thank you. That was one of the
Yeah.
words I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
Brain, not enough coffee yet, I
This is
guess.
good. No, this is good. This is good. This is good. Again, we're now developing a new skill right now.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
getting out of your massive brain and we're
Right.
getting into your experiential
Yeah.
experience. Like,
Validating, that's definitely a good one. That was probably even better than
yeah.
what I had said. Yeah.
So it's heartwarming, it's enlightening, it's validating,
Yeah.
as opposed to your experience in the workforce, which is,
Yeah.
well, demoralized,
Yeah.
demoralizing and perhaps degrading, but not really.
Yeah.
Um, so it sounds like this might be a new and different kind of experience for you when it comes to making money or
Yeah.
experiencing the workforce.
I mean, a little bit. When I lived in St. Louis, I actually did do some catering. It wasn't baking, but I did go to culinary school back in the day, so I did do catering for a bunch of people, and I did that on the side and whatnot. And it's a lot of work, but I enjoyed it, you know. I don't know, just seeing people enjoy something that you make is very rewarding. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. I love that you have that experience.
Yeah.
Good. Great. Debbie, I think this is so impressive.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, it's great. So, so that's the first scary step that you did. And it was really big. And you were amazing, right? I was like, what's one or two people? And you're like, and here's the fourth person, and here's the fifth person. Let's just do it. And we have 7 minutes left. Okay, we're just gonna do it. Here we go. Oh, and then we're there, and then there's Alan, and then there's Desiree. Like, look at this woman go. And then you got such a huge positive response back.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important to take a moment to actually receive it.
Right, right, right.
That's a new skill set too.
Yeah.
The ability that you're able to receive it makes it
Yeah.
easier for you to do more of it.
Yeah. That's true.
This is
Yeah,
the
I feel
hardest
like
part.
it's almost easier, sadly, to get negative when you haven't had enough positive in such a long time. And then to
Yes.
actually absorb it is harder because you've
Yes.
just been in such a negative zone or received such negativity so much that the positive almost gets weeded out very
Yeah.
easily. So, yeah,
Exactly. Exactly. Of course it does. That makes so much sense to me.
yeah,
So now we're building a new skill set.
right.
So if negative is the default, which makes so much sense, now it's like learning to hear the positive again.
Yeah.
It's like training yourself to go,
Yeah.
oh, right. This is great.
I feel like I almost need to kind of like put quotes of what my friend said like up on a mirror or something so that I can see it on a regular basis maybe or something just to kind of help remind myself, or something. I don't know.
Did I tell you the story of one of my clients who did that? Did I tell you?
No,
Oh
no.
my gosh, Debbie. All right, can I tell you a story of another client? Okay.
No, you
Okay.
can't. No, I'm kidding.
Well, let's move on to scary then. Okay, no. So um so I was working with a client, this was a long time ago, and I asked her to get one or two sentences of feedback and she said no. Oh, sorry. So that what we did was a version of a step that I do in my Create Your Career from the Inside Out program. But so that step was reach out to people that you've worked with and ask for one or two sentences of what it was like for them to work with you. And she was like, nope, not doing it. So I said, instead, I want you to write down the compliments that people give you for a week. I said, I don't
Mm.
care who they are. I don't care. What I want you to do is just write down the words. I don't care. So here's what happened. So she came to me, she was working at one of the studios here in LA.
Uh-huh.
And she was miserable. She wasn't feeling appreciated, and she was in a super like negative place. That's what she was. So like you remind me of her a little bit in that
Yeah.
regard. And so I said, for 1 week, write down your compliments. And she wasn't into it, but she decided to do it anyway. And so what she did, she got a post-it, a pad of post-it notes. She put every time someone said, and she put them in her desk drawer, and someone would give her a compliment, she would open up her desk drawer, she'd write down a compliment, she'd close the desk drawer. And at the end of the week, she noticed she had 5 post-it notes full of compliments, which was surprising to her.
Right.
So then she, on her own, took them home, put them on her bathroom mirror, like you were
Mhm.
saying, so that she could see her reflection and what people were saying about her at the same time. And
Mm.
then she realized that she was not valuing herself the way that other people were valuing her.
Right.
And when she could see herself more accurately, this need showed up. She was like, wait a minute, I need a promotion and a raise.
Hmm.
So she went into her supervisor and said,
Wow.
hi, I love working here. Uh, this is what my job description is. This is what it is I'm doing. This is what people are saying about me. I love working here. I would love a promotion and a raise. And she got it.
Wow.
And it started with writing down her compliments.
Wow.
So I love that your instinct is now I want to see them.
Yeah.
Now I want to put them up. Yes, I want you to do that too.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, that is your homework.
Posted homework.
Posted homework. Post-it homework. Yes. Yeah. So where would you like to see it?
Probably my bathroom mirror because that's the biggest mirror and probably my bathroom. I spend a lot of time because I have like a big vanity, big one of those. It's a dual vanity, so there's a huge mirror in front of it. And I already have a few post-its up there
Oh,
that are
okay.
just kind of like that I've had from the time when I was taking care of my dad, and it was just like trying to stay positive, and it was just kind of like I'm patient, I'm kind, I am loving, just because it was like not that he's a mean person, but it's just when you're around one person like almost 24/7 and there's not much of conversation at all, or you're doing everything for them, trying to stay patient and kind and loving can get hard, and don't get he was very easy except for showering. That got to be a nightmare. But
Mm,
otherwise he still is the sweetest, most loving. In
mm,
fact, when we saw him yesterday, can I sidebar for just a second?
yeah.
He's so damn cute. He we brought dinner, my sister, my nephew and I. My niece was having an off day, so she was selfish and just stayed home, but whatever, that's another story. Um, when we were getting ready to leave, the nurse came to go bring him back to the back room where where he stays. And she's like, she was the cutest. She's like, well, it's time to go and get ready for bed. And my dad's like, you're in a hurry to get me into bed? He's so dark. I mean, he's such a flirt, but he's like in a good way. He's never like really inappropriate. It's just so
Uh,
darn cute.
uh,
He's like, and he has this big grin on his face. He's just so darn cute. Oh my gosh.
oh my gosh.
Love him
Oh
to
my
death.
gosh.
He's just so funny. Oh
I
my God.
love it. I love
Yeah.
it. He
Like
sounds
when he
great.
lived with me one time, my sister came over and she's like, "Hey, do you have any nuts or something I can snack on?" And I said, "Yeah, dad nuts are over there in the cupboard." And my dad says, "That doesn't sound very appropriate."
That's funny.
I mean, he's just like, you never know what's going to come out, but most of the time it's just hilarious.
That's
So,
great. That's
yeah,
great.
we're just lucky that he has such a positive attitude, because I mean, there's some tough cookies over there where he lives,
Mm,
that's for sure. So
mm,
we were definitely blessed with his demeanor and
mm.
attitude and everything. So
Great. That's great.
sorry,
That's
didn't
great.
mean to go
Not
off
at all.
track.
Not at all. Anytime, anytime. And P.S. I went through it too. So
Hmm.
I'm with you. I hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh, that's great.
yeah.
Um, all right. So you're gonna create some post-it notes from what
Post-it
people
homework.
said. I love it. That's exactly what I wrote down. And now do you want me to share with you what I heard again, or do you want to go through your texts again and pull out the nuggets?
Well, why don't you go through it and
Yeah.
then I'll kind of make a note of if I've forgotten anything. I'll kind of put a little next to the posted homework. I'll just make sure
Okay.
that I don't forget certain ones, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's good. So, that sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Congratulations. That sounds like a very exciting step. Best of luck.
Okay. Okay.
I would be totally in.
Okay.
How soon?
Okay.
I told you it was all good enough to start your business.
That's a good one. I like that one. Rebecca's always been so sweet, but she was around me the most when she was taking care of my dad. So she was never shy about like having goodies and trying stuff out. And in fact, I made her or tres leches birthday cake when she was working for us. And that was one of the first like 3-layer, I think it was 3-layer cakes that I had made in a long time. It actually turned out pretty good. So that was impressive.
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
Mm,
Amazing. Yeah. Oh yeah. And she also said, hold on, where is it? Delicious treats.
mm. Okay.
And then that's amazing, Deb. And then in my words, because I distilled it, I said, let's collaborate. I want to collaborate with you.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
It's so good. It's so good. You're really creating something wonderful.
I hope so.
I know so. I think just what you've created already is really wonderful. The fact that you've made these connections with these people and that they've reflected back to you
Yeah.
where, what kind of gift you're already offering.
Right.
That is what you've created so far, and what
Mhm.
you've created so far is wonderful.
Okay.
Ready for the next scary step?
Uh-oh, okay. I'm writing it down as next scary step too.
Okay, good. Next scary step. Let's go for the lowest hanging fruit. You ready?
Okay.
The lowest hanging fruit to me is hold on. Denise, who's already told you what she wants.
Okay. Okay.
So here's what comes to mind for me, and let's make it Debbie talk. But it's gonna be something along the lines of, "Hey Denise, is there a good time this week where I can drop off some baked goods for you?"
Yeah.
I'm thinking chocolate chip cookies, or I'm not sure when. What are you thinking for Denise?
Yeah, I mean and I actually already have a couple of I know that her boyfriend loves what's it called? He loves red velvet cake, but I thought I would try and kind of switch it up a little and do more of like a red velvet brownie with cream cheese frosting just to see if he'd like that. So,
My gosh.
so, so yeah, so I mean, it's just a matter of, yeah, I'll probably text her later to see what her schedule is this week. She's the only, I love Denise and she's probably second most supportive when it comes to friends close by. Problem is her schedule is probably the worst to work around.
Okay.
Excuse me. Because she like teaches and then she has her boyfriend and then she has two boys that sports and stuff and like that. So I don't know. I'll have to see if she's gonna be around. May not even be able to get there till like the end of the week or maybe even Saturday. We'll see. But that's
Yep.
fine because that'll at least give me time to plan ahead and get what I need and probably try to do the baking like the day before so it's as fresh as possible, depending on what time or that morning or something like that.
That's
So
good. So here's what I would do.
mhm.
Hey Deb, do you have any time later this week, like towards the end of the week, where I can drop off this magnificent concoction that I'm making that no one else has ever made before now? Red velvet brownie with cream cheese frosting samples.
And then her chocolate chip cookies too, because that's what she requested.
Oh, and chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And actually, one of the things that I've learned from one of the classes, I don't remember if it must have been one of the online classes, which makes even a better chocolate chip cookie is besides just chocolate chips, is you actually cut up pieces, like little pieces of chocolate bar and mix that in as well. So that when that melts and you break them open, it's like ooey gooey, which is so yummy. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense because my guess is that the chocolate chunks are going to melt at a different temperature, right? So
Hmm.
that, oh, that
Because the
makes,
chocolate chips pretty much stay whole for the most
right,
part in a chocolate chip
right,
cookie. But
right.
even if they're cold, if you just stick the chocolate chip cookie in the microwave for like 5 seconds,
Yeah.
pull it out, and it's just like, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for the tip. Wow. My husband just made chocolate chip cookies last week, and now
Oh,
I'm
there
in
you
the
go. Go nuke
next
one and
step.
have a nice hot gooey mess.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So how does that sound to you? Oh my
That's
gosh, look what time it is. Should we text her now?
Well, she's probably at work. I mean,
Oh,
I
okay.
could still try her though. I mean, she did answer last time, but I don't remember if it was because no, she wasn't on spring. I don't know. Who knows? I'll just send her a quick text.
Yeah, she doesn't have to respond right now, but
Yeah,
at
that's
least you.
true. Let's see, Denise. Oh, the poor thing. She was the one I called yesterday when I was having the meltdown about the reservation. And
Oh,
I was just like, I'm sorry to bother you, but I can't believe this is happening. And she's like, if you need to talk, I'm here.
oh, girl.
I was literally about ready to cry because my sister takes off for a girls' weekend. I had to plan Easter, had this reservation set on the 28th, and then at 12:30 on Easter, I get an email saying that they're closed. I was just losing it. I mean,
Of
and
course.
yeah, so yeah.
Also, you don't know. It's possible that they had to close because their staff didn't come in, like they were short-staffed or
Oh
something,
no,
like
well, see,
maybe.
the thing is, I did the reservation on Open Table,
Oh,
and I even had gotten an email and a text confirmation on Saturday, and yet they couldn't have been closed on Saturday, so even if they had given me a day's notice, that would have been something, but
yeah.
the fact that they didn't, they even said in their email, "Sorry, we forgot to close out Open Table ahead of time. Sorry for the inconvenience." And I'm like, "Inconvenience? It's already 12:30 on Easter and you're telling me now?"
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Debbie.
Oh, goodness.
So inconvenient. Oh, and PS, I'm getting an idea about this too. We can work with this if you're interested. But
You want
good.
me to
Let's
wait or
no,
keep going?
let's do Denise first.
Okay, okay.
No, I lied. Let's hold off on Denise
Out.
for 1 second. Time,
Okay,
time, pause.
okay,
So I think this is a great actually opportunity right now
okay,
for developing more of the skill set of how things feel and to move forward from that place. So,
okay.
um, so when you got the text at 12:30 yesterday.
It was actually an email. So if I
Oh,
hadn't
what?
checked,
Sorry.
no, it's okay.
Right,
It's just if I hadn't even checked my email, we would have shown up at the restaurant and not known.
right, right. So when you got the email at 12:30 yesterday, which you luckily saw,
Yeah.
how did it feel to receive that
Oh,
email?
it was a visceral reaction of like, are you freaking kidding me? I mean, how unprofessional. I'm sorry. I mean, it's one thing if you forgot, but it didn't even have it a day's notice. You tell me what, a few hours before we're supposed to get there? I don't even have time to go to the grocery store, plan a menu, and make a meal. I mean, it was horrible.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
This is great. So I'm going to go back.
Okay.
Store. Okay. Are you freaking kidding me? What does that feel like? What adjectives would you use to
Oh,
describe are you
anger,
kidding?
frustration. Yeah.
Angry and frustrated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big time.
Yes. 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 They're totally unprofessional. How does
Yeah.
that feel?
Um, like shock.
Shock
The fact that you could pull this on Easter,
on
not
Easter.
even like, not even the night before or the day. I
Right.
mean, it's just seriously, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Shock. Totally.
Yeah.
They didn't even give you a day's notice. How does that feel?
I mean, just angry, frustrated.
Angry.
I mean,
Angry and
again,
frustrated.
it's
Yes.
just, yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. I didn't have time to even go to the grocery store to be able to make a meal. How did that feel?
Um, I don't want to say fear, more just like, it was like debilitating. Like, what do I do now? Literally.
This is so good. Debilitated. Perfect. 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 Okay. So now we're going to do some a little advanced work here, but this is
Oh, these
great.
negative emotions are perfect. You're so funny.
It's so no, it's so good because
Okay.
Debbie, in my world, when you're this emotionally charged, do you
Yeah.
feel the energy in that? This is life
Oh,
force
yeah.
energy that you're feeling, right? So now
Yeah.
what I want to introduce to you is a way to take this energy and
Hmm.
funnel it in a direction that actually feels productive.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do, because in my world, when you shift your internal world, so your internal world now makes you feel angry, frustrated, and debilitated.
Yeah.
Totally appropriate for
And
you.
on top of
Right?
everything else, neither my niece or nephew were answering their phone because I was trying to plan it while my sister was out of town and Brian was kind of helping me with it. But it was like, seriously, nobody's even answering their phone. I was
So
just,
how did
like,
that feel when you were left
he finally
stranded and
called me back
alone?
because I texted him in all caps. Please call me.
So how did it feel to have to track them down like that?
Eh, Very frustrating. I
Frustrating,
mean,
yeah.
I understand, obviously, I guess they were at their dad's for the morning or whatnot, but it was just like,
No, don't even go to understanding. No, let's
okay,
stick to how you're
okay,
feeling.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah, no, I was just frustrated.
of
This is
course.
landed in my lap, and
Yeah,
then nobody's there to even help, figure out what the hell we do from now. And it's
right,
like,
right.
oh, yeah,
So it sounds like you were stranded.
yeah, that's what I
You,
felt like.
you felt stranded.
Yeah.
Does that feel right? Does that, I'm now putting words in your mouth. I want to
I
make sure
mean,
that feels
not
right.
just like for a few minutes, like abandoned, I would say.
Abandoned.
Yeah.
That's a great word. Okay. So abandoned. So we have angry, frustrated, abandoned, and debilitated.
Yeah.
Does that feel right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And sadly, those also go with my family on a fairly regular basis,
See,
unfortunately.
I'm sorry, and I'm not surprised
Yeah.
because these, I guess, are patterns for you, right?
Yeah.
Feeling
Yeah.
this. And my guess
Yep.
is that you might feel it not only with your family, but you might have also felt it in the workforce in different places,
Probably. Yeah.
to varying degrees. Okay. So this is why this is such great. You're in such a great place because we can now utilize it. To me, the more emotionally charged you are, the
Mm-hmm.
the the more you can change your life and have it stay and have like deep change. So the more emotionally charged you are, the deeper the change you can make.
Mm-hmm.
So you ready? You're gonna go with so go with me on this.
Okay.
Um, because I haven't set you up for it, and you don't know like I haven't told you the story. I haven't. So just this is just blind faith. I'm just asking you on blind faith to go with me because
Okay.
I haven't put it in context for you yet.
Okay. Okay.
Um, so here's what I'd like to do. What I
Okay.
like to do is I like to take this emotional charge that you have.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's energy. So
Yeah.
you have this energy, and right now it's plugged into this negative charge.
Yeah.
But if you think of like a battery, like a car battery, and it has like a positive node
Yeah.
and a negative node, and
Yeah.
you're plugged in, and like if you're like you have your car and you're like charging, and you're now plugged into like the negative charge of these words.
Okay.
But there's an equal and opposite positive charge. So like if you were to like just take the negative experience
Yeah.
and go, you know what? I don't want to feel this. Actually, what I want to feel is the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show you how you can take this emotional charge
Mm-hmm.
from negative and into positive and then move forward from that place. So just go with me on this.
Okay.
All right. So, say these four things for me. I feel abandoned. I feel angry. I feel frustrated. I feel debilitated. Go.
I feel angry. I feel frustrated. I feel debilitated, and I feel abandoned. Did I get that
Good.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Which ones of those had the most charge for you?
Anger.
Okay, good. So let's go with angry. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some unconditional compassion.
Okay.
Ready? Of course you're angry. Of course you're angry. You did everything right. And you were carrying the weight of the holiday for the whole family on your shoulders.
That's
And
what
you,
it felt like too.
yes, that's what I'm hearing you say. And you got it all set up and you thought it was all done. And then, not even in the 11th hour, but like the 12th hour, they said
Mhm.
no. So, of course, you're angry. Of
Yeah.
course, you're angry. I totally get that.
Hmm.
But I hate that you're angry. And on Easter. I hate
Mhm.
that you're angry.
Yeah.
The last thing I want is for you to be angry because you have so much to offer. And what I want for you is to actually step into the fullest version of who you are. So
Mm.
instead of feeling angry, what I want for you is to actually feel the opposite. To you, what is the first word that comes to mind instead of angry? What is it? What's the opposite? What is it you
Happy.
would rather feel? Is it happy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Have you ever felt happy?
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
you now, can you remember a time when you felt happy?
Yeah, varying levels. I would say I was really happy on my birthday because the majority of the day for once was pretty much about me and what I wanted. And we had fun and we played games, just had a good old time. And I wasn't on any kind of like timer to get my dad back at a certain time and whatnot, because it feels like that's the way it is most of the time. And so, yeah, that was a fun day. So,
Great. Great. And that made you happy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So as you're telling me this, I can already see your energy start to shift. So could you decide now to go, oh yeah, I can start to feel. Can you step into happy now? Can you feel like, oh, I can actually
I
start to
can
feel happy?
try.
Yeah.
It's it's
Yeah.
it's I definitely try to. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, no, but like right now, like, can we could
Right
try to
now.
continue to like go happy? Let's
Okay.
see. Um, so tell me more about your birthday. Like what was fun? Like what made you the happiest about your birthday?
I think that we didn't have the TV on at all. We didn't have to have any freaking basketball on in the background.
Mm-hmm.
We were just hanging out, playing games, joking around, teasing each other, had a nice meal, you
Mm,
know. I don't even care about the presents. It was just having fun time together, like
yeah.
just enjoying each other for the most part and
Yeah.
teasing each other and having a good old time and just being in the moment kind of like. So
Yeah.
that was nice. Yeah.
Good, 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 good. Yeah. So as you're telling me about it, is it starting to come back a little bit?
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. That's great.
Okay.
That's great. I love it. So, um, is there an action you can take that helps you feel happy? Is there something you can do that helps you feel happy?
Um, oh gosh, wow. I mean, sometimes, I don't know if it makes me feel happy, but sometimes working out helps me get rid of some of the negativity.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely feel better. I don't know if it always makes me super happy, but it definitely helps, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Absolutely. Let's go with that because that's the first thing that came to mind.
Okay.
Great. So working out. What do you do when you work out?
Most of the time, I start off with like the elliptical for a
Mm-hmm.
while. Well, and I like it because I can read while I'm doing it. I take
Mm,
my Kindle and I read as I'm doing
yeah.
it. 'Cause I'm one of those people who can't just be on there. I need to have my mind distracted, so I
Mhm.
read as I'm doing it, and then I usually do some of the machines and some free weights if I have enough time. So,
Great.
yeah,
So you go to a gym.
yeah,
That's awesome. Okay,
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Great. And then great. So you're physical. I love this. So you're physical. So I'm gonna ask your body, like, if you were to say, I'm happy, like how does your body express if we were to choose a happy pose or a happy stature or a happy, like what was your body like? You're like, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. What does your body want to do? Like, how can we
Probably more like kind of like a dancey or something. I like
show me,
dancing.
show me, show me, show me. There you go. That's great. You know what else you did? You added some voice to it. Ooh, ooh. That's great. So if you do this, this is like, if you do this, what happens is you're telling your brain is telling your body, this feels happy. And you're actually training yourself that
Hmm.
this is happy, like
Okay.
that. So between now and the next time I see you, can you go to the gym and can you check in? So this is part of your homework, which is to
Okay.
this is what I want to do is start to anchor the experience of happy in your body.
Okay.
Because what I want to do is start to train your whole system to be able to start to access the positive.
Okay.
Now, I know that this is a little bit of a stretch because we know that the positive, we're just starting to wake up your system again to like the fact that
Right.
there actually is positive. So this is
Mhm.
the next step to that, which is actually training your body to be able to access it.
Okay.
It's your brain and your body working together in trainment for happy. Woo! And you said you like to dance.
Oh yeah, I love dancing. Yeah.
Is there, have we talked about creating a playlist? Did we talk about this yet? Probably not. Probably not.
I don't think so.
Can you make playlists or do you make
Oh yeah, I
playlists?
mean, I haven't made a new one in a long time, but I have a CD in my car that when I'm like, frustrated or in a certain mood, I start to play it and I'm just like, rocking out in the car. So,
Perfect. Perfect. Because music is the fastest
yeah.
thing that I know of that will lift your mood.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to start to create a playlist as we're working together. And
Okay.
the first, and I want you to start pulling music that makes you feel happy.
Okay.
And we're going to build on it from here. But the first word is happy. And actually, hold on, I'm going to scroll up a little bit. Refreshed, fulfilled, general, loved, secure, relieved, hopeful, assured. That was the what works now list. Hold on. Making a difference, heart is full, free. I also want you to put in music that makes you feel free.
I have one song that definitely embodies that I listen to on a regular basis. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've heard the song Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield.
No,
Oh,
I'm
it's a
gonna
great
look it
song.
up. Yeah.
You should definitely listen to it because there's some of the words are like, how does it go? Um, it's about like your story isn't finished, it's unwritten, and nobody can write it for you, kind of thing. And God, now I can't think
Yeah.
of it. The one moment that I'm not singing it, the words are awesome.
All right, wait, they just came up. I am unwritten, can't read my mind. I'm undefined. I'm just beginning. This is like moving me to tears. The
Yeah.
pen is in my hand, ending unplanned, staring at the blank page before you. Oh, she has a lot of lyrics. Okay.
Yeah.
Open the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you.
Yeah.
Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The result is still unwritten.
Isn't that awesome?
I love it. I've got chills. I'm going to listen to the song when we're done.
It's a great song. I think
Perfect.
I heard it in a movie once and I just fell in love with it, Sometimes that's how
Perfect.
I find the best music. So, yeah.
Yes, I love this. I love your connection to music. So that's
Yeah.
great. So music makes you feel free, music makes you feel happy. And then today you said heartwarming, enlightened, validate. I don't know if there's any, is there music that makes you feel heartwarming? Like that's heartwarming?
I'd have to look through
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
to see, but I mean,
Is
I
there,
think if there's something there's some that are more like unwritten that makes you feel more, I guess, empowered to like
Mhm.
take control, kind of like, and realize that you're the one in the driver's seat and nobody else can like tell you what you can or can't do, kind of thing. So yeah,
I
that's why
love
I
that.
love that song. I'm telling you, you have to
So
hear it. It's
good.
a great song.
I will. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So like here's the idea of this playlist. I'm calling it your seamless transition playlist.
Okay.
Congratulations. You're on a seamless transition. And that's exactly what we're doing, right? We're
Yeah.
like, we know you love to bake.
Yeah.
So seamlessly, well, you're going to start to bake for people. That's the seamless transition that you're on. And when you have music to help support how you feel it helps you go into the direction that's right for you. So really what we're doing is we're coming up with a vocabulary that's really your subconscious coming to the surface saying, this is what I need more of.
Yeah.
I need to feel free. I need
Yeah.
to feel happy. I need to feel, heartwarming, enlightened, and validated.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're creating. And this is the life you are now creating for yourself.
Yeah.
How does this resonate with you?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely kind of like opened up a little window in the mind a little bit. So
Great.
yeah.
Great. Now, how do you feel about needing to know what the plan is right now, this very second?
I mean, amazingly, I don't feel as stressed about
That's right.
it.
If there's one thing that I would love for you to take away, I mean, there's so many great nuggets from our conversation today, but if there's one thing that I would love for you to take away is to notice that our conversation started from a stressful place of like, I need to know where to go. And what
Mm-hmm.
we did is we dropped in and dropped in and dropped into the feeling state and recognized that this is the new life that you're creating for yourself. And it is supporting you. It's supporting you to feel happy. It's supporting you to feel free. It's supporting you to feel validated. And when
Yeah.
you can start to drop into that and see that and receive the positivity that's around you, look at that. The need to know isn't as prominent. The stress goes away. The stress of needing to know
Right.
goes away. So this is a new tool for you.
Yeah.
Do you think this is beneficial? Does this resonate with you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Okay.
it definitely gives me um a couple of things to, help bring in more positive and to try and when I'm not in that headspace to hopefully help me transition more to the positive rather than staying in a negative, you know, poor me, I suck kind of headspace,
Yeah.
you
Yep.
know.
Right. Right.
And I have a couple of, well, I have a few goals for the next like week or two that I can hopefully between staying in a positive headspace and getting there and doing what I want to do and what I need to
Mhm.
do and stuff like that.
So
So,
then this is great. How are you for time? Because I know I've already kept you over. Do you have
oh,
another
I'm
5 minutes?
fine. I
Okay,
realized I was over. I hope
that's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
It's fine because I want to bring this point home.
Okay.
Now, from this positive place, can we now text Denise?
Yes. Yes. I actually I started the text thanking her for being there yesterday because
Good.
I mean when I called her I was not in the best headspace.
Right.
So
Perfect. Perfect. But now from this energetic place, maybe it's easier to say, hey, I'm wondering if you have any time by the end of the week for me to drop off some baked goods, specifically something that's never been created before, and chocolate chip. Don't send it yet because I want to hear it before you
okay.
send. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't okay, maybe should I be more specific? I said, well, first I said, "Hi, hun, thanks for yesterday."
Hmm.
And then I said, "I wanted to see what your schedule is like later this week to weekend for me to drop off some yummy goodies for you, the boys, and Ryan." Should I be more specific about what I'm bringing or
Yeah. If it were me, I would say something like, I would like to drop off some
some
red
chocolate chip cookies and
red,
like
red
and
velvet brownies with um cream cheese. It's not dressing. Frosting, topping. Frosting.
I lost my, there we go, brownies. Cheese. Okay, so yummy, okay, to drop off some yummy chocolate chip cookies and red velvet brownies with cream cheese frosting for you, the boys, and Ryan.
I love it.
Okay, there we go.
I love it. Congratulations, Debbie. The
Ta-da!
next scary step you just did.
Yeah,
Good for you. That
thank
takes
you.
courage. Now, what I would do if you have it in you, this is what I would do, is when she gets back to you and when you set up a time
Hmm.
to reach out to Eden and say, hey, heads
Yeah.
up, this is when I'm baking.
Hmm.
Can you come over? I'm just letting, does this work for you to shoot my food before I deliver it?
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I mean, I probably gonna have to be a little more flexible with her because she has a little one.
Okay.
So, um,
Well, the thing is that no, I would, and this is just like, if it works out, great. If it doesn't work out,
yeah,
great. I'm just letting you know
yeah,
that this is my first order and this is this is the time that I'm doing it. So if it works
yeah,
out for you, great to shoot it, great. And if not, great too. We'll make something else work later. But
yeah. And the only other thing, I mean, not that she's far away, but the only other thing that kind of sucks is Denise is off this way and Eden's off that way. So they're in completely different directions, but
I would have Eden come to you.
I can try. Like I said, she has a little one that's, I think he's in like kindergarten now.
Okay.
So I don't know what her schedule's like,
Right.
but
So you'll find
he's,
out. We'll find
yeah,
out. We'll find
yeah,
out.
that's true. Yeah,
All you're doing is asking and then letting it go.
yeah,
And then she'll come back to you with her availability.
yeah, that's true.
It's that
Yeah,
simple because you're only responsible for yourself.
okay.
That's it.
Okie dokie. That sounds good.
Debbie, look at you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm trying, so
You're doing
hopefully.
it. You're doing it. You're doing it. All right. Do you want to talk again?
Yeah, I feel like I might need a couple weeks just to kind of get a
That's
few
good.
things rolling, just
Sounds
because
good.
I feel like if we do it too soon, trying to plan with other people, nothing may have corresponded other than maybe trying out a couple things. So let me
That's
see.
good.
Uh, oh, that's right. It's April Fool's Day.
Whoa.
Um, I mean, maybe sometime the week. I know the 15th is tax day, so that's like a nightmare for everybody. But sometime maybe that week, does
Yeah.
that work for you?
Yes. Yes, it does. I just have to get my calendar. Oh, it's right there. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
No problem. Insurance.
Okay, great. Yeah, the week of the 15th is perfect. Um, let's see. So yeah, I guess not tax day, but let's see. Um, how's Tuesday the 16th?
I think that should be okay.
Okay. Let's see. So, how's 9 a.m.?
That should be fine.
Okay, cool. Oh wow, I have your last name spelled Olsen in one place and Oslon in another place.
It should be ON.
Owen, that's what I thought. Olsen,
Oh, I
okay.
got a text. Oh, she says, you're welcome. Hope it all worked out. That was about yesterday.
Yeah.
Says we'll be home Wednesday and Thursday night as of now. Otherwise, I'll be around at some point this weekend. Hmm. Okay. So I'll have to see. Okay. I guess it kind of also depends on when I'm seeing my dad because I usually spend several hours during the day with him and
Mm,
I'm either seeing him Wednesday or Thursday, and right now I don't know because he's getting a shingle shot tomorrow,
mm-hmm,
vaccine.
mm-hmm.
And I know I had mine last week and felt like crap the next day,
Yeah.
so I kind of have to see.
So would the weekend be better?
Yeah, maybe I should say that. Maybe I should just say, okay, maybe let me know, or okay, let me know when you'll be around this weekend. Around this
Great.
weekend.
And before you send it,
Yeah,
is there a time that's best for you around the weekend?
okay.
I'm asking.
And oh, for me, I thought you meant for her.
No.
I mean, it's really, probably Sunday, only because if I see my dad Wednesday or Thursday, my sister's seeing him Friday, and then I'll probably be seeing him Saturday.
So
Um,
great. So then
okay,
ask
so
her, might
let me,
Sunday work for you?
there you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah. New skill set. New skill set.
oops. Okay, so I said, okay, I'll be open Sunday. So let me know if you'll be around sometime. Should I say that day, I guess? That day? That
Yeah.
d-
Now let's think about this. When would you be baking if you're going to deliver on Sunday?
Probably well, either Saturday, probably Saturday evening after I get back from my dad's.
Okay. Okay. So then that means that, okay.
That will probably Saturday evening into Sunday morning, most likely, because some things have to bake and then cool. So I could always do the frosting in the morning. The cookies shouldn't, that's not a big deal and whatnot. So
Okay. So
yeah.
really it's Sunday afternoon. Would Sunday
Okay.
afternoon work for you? That's what I would say.
Okay.
Would Sunday afternoon work for you?
Okay. Hmm. Oops. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Because Deb, I want you to start thinking about your availability
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
moving forward. This is what
That's
you
true.
were
I
learning.
do always do work
Yep,
around everybody
that's
else.
right. That's the default, right? So, but
Yep.
now, listen, you're baking for people. They've got to
Yeah.
be around your schedule.
Yeah. That sounds so bizarre. I'm so used to being around everybody else's.
Yeah,
I was around my dad's schedule for years, so
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I'm not used to,
No,
yeah.
no,
And I still work around my sister's schedule because obviously I go see my dad when she isn't there.
right,
So
right.
yeah.
So now
That's
you're,
definitely a difficult muscle to learn to
yes.
use.
So
So,
now it's you're starting to take up your own space
mhm,
and you're starting to put up your own boundaries and you're
yeah,
starting to respect your time.
yeah, yeah,
New skill set, new skill set.
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Perfect.
Even
Good.
my therapist says my sister doesn't respect my time. So just because
Right.
of like, she'll put me on hold to answer Megan's questions when we're on the phone. And it's like, seriously, we can't just finish a 5-minute
Yeah.
conversation.
Right. This is good. This is really good. So this is very measurable, tangible things that you can do to
Mm-hmm.
say, actually, this is my availability. And that's about self-respect. Everything's a skill.
She said she can on Sunday. She just said that Ryan and I have a date night and going to the Ducks game, which starts at 5. So if I'm there early afternoon, I think that would work. Okay. I'm sorry, you probably need to go. I'm
All
keep
right.
going.
I'm just so
You've been
proud of
here for
you.
so long.
All right. All right.
I'll let you go, but yeah,
Okay.
thank you for the info and or not the info, the everything.
Yep.
I can't even think of the right word.
You got
So
it. This is
thank
great. I'm really proud of you. I'm really
thank
proud of you.
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm
Have
excited
a
to,
good couple weeks, and I
thank
look
you.
forward to hopefully having some positive things to tell you the next time I see you.
Great. And PS, I mean, I'm out of commission between tomorrow and Sunday because
Okay.
I'm running a retreat. But
Oh,
when
okay.
I get back, I am so available. And reach out. If I don't get back to you immediately, it just means that I'm like in a session. But
Okay.
I will get back to you. I want
Mhm.
you to know you're not alone in doing this.
Okay.
And that whatever comes up, and like if you're like, yeah, Lynn, these are amazing, or shit, Lynn, no, you can reach out to me at any time. Okay.
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 All right.
All right.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You got it. I'll talk to you later.
Have a good one.
Thanks. Okay. Bye.
Bye.